Kristal Wick here at Artbeads Cafe, all things caffeinated and beady, and oh my goodness, we got some Zentangling going on here with some really fun gifts. I have Cynthia, of course, and her lovely daughter, Jessica. Jessica's in the house. She is Zentangle queen. I am not kidding. We had a party. We had a Zentangle party. It was absolutely delightful. The three of us spread everything out on a table and we went to town. And I tell you, Jessica, she Zentangled rings around us, did she not?
Yes, she did.
She was amazing.
Oh, yes.
So we had to have her on here and show you guys some of the fun things that she made. So Jessica, tell us some of your cool creations here.
So this is my initial J, and I with lots of Zentangle doodles around it. And I made a bookmark, a ring, a gift tag, and some stamps to make gift paper, and a cupcake resin.
So cute, so cute. Now, first of all, I want to ask you about the J. So it looks like you made this maybe for your locker or for your bedroom wall, right?
Yeah.
So how did you do that?
Well, first we started with a stretch canvas, and I used pencil to draw the J and all the doodles and stuff. And then later I used a pen, a micron pen, to go over it and then erase all the pencil lines. And if it smudges, then you just put doodles around it like I did here.
Aha, it's always good to know how to correct your mistakes. Just doodle over it, right?
Yeah.
That's so cute. I love that. And then it looks like you made a really fun bookmark. Tell me a little bit about your bookmark here.
Well, I just used cardstock paper, and again I just used pencil first, and then I went over it with Sharpies. And on the end, I attached string with some beads and a charm at the end.
That is so cool for a BFF that likes to read or somebody that loves books, because of course you would use that in every book, right?
Yeah.
For your friends. And then I think what is really spectacular watching you do this was quite elaborate, is the gift wrap. Oh my goodness, tell me about that process, because it's really interesting.
Yeah, so you just get a simple block of wood and you use puffy paint, fabric puffy paint, to draw your doodles on top, and then you have to let it dry for maybe a day, 24 hours, and then you just get your stamp. Usually stays on is the best, and you just put lots and lots on, because if it's not even, the puffy paint, then some places it won't show up, so you have to make sure you have a lot of ink and press really hard down the paper.
That's really good to know, because I think that will happen to everybody. Because you don't know, right? So you don't know how it puffs out. When you put it on there, it puffs out. For those of you who don't know what puffy paint is, it puffs up. So you do your doodles, freehand. You freehanded your doodles, right? And then it puffs up, and then that's what creates the stamp. So it creates the impression that's raised. And then when you use your stamp pad and you do it on top of paper, you have your own stamps. It's like custom. You make custom made your own stamps. Oh, Jessica, that's so cool. And then what about your cupcake over here? Oh, so cute.
So you just have a simple piece of paper, and you have to make sure you have a little template first to make the shape, and then once you have the shape, then you just doodle your drawing on it, and you just go over with Sharpie and colors and stuff, and just put a resin on top, and you've got a little
Voila, for cupcake lovers everywhere. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. So adorable. Now, your mom, wow, look what she did over here. Cynthia, share your beauties.
Yes,
so
well,
pretty.
Like you said, we had so much fun on that day and we couldn't stop.
Yeah.
And one thing that I really wanted to do was a pendant.
Mm-hmm.
So the same process that Jessica did with her cupcake. I did a template and then I draw with a pencil. And then I use those micro pens. Those are my favorites.
Yes.
They're really good for Zentangle.
Mm-hmm.
And then let it dry. Put the glue and put the sealer on top of the
Yeah,
paper.
so one thing that's really important is to let everybody know, once you do your Zentangle on paper especially, you need to seal it and let the sealer dry thoroughly, usually overnight.
Yes.
Before you actually do your resin. Otherwise it will bleed into the paper, and we all kind of had a little bit of that going on because we learned the hard way.
Yes, we do. Yeah. And then I did another one. This one is with a shrinky dink.
That's so cute on Shrinky Dinks. I can't believe how cute that is. It's very contemporary looking. Who would know?
Exactly, but you have to remember that it shrink a lot, so your design has to be pretty big first.
Right.
And then you see it shrinking.
Right. That's
But
about, I think,
It's
what,
really
30 to 40% of it shrinks.
Yes.
So make it twice as big as you like, I think, and then you're safe.
Exactly.
Cute.
And the best thing I did that I really, really enjoyed was drawing on a piece of leather.
Oh,
And we
gorgeous.
have those leather bracelets.
Yes.
They come like that. And I just used some Sharpie, metallic Sharpie.
Metallic Sharpies. Those
Yes.
are like the holy grail of Zentangle. Are they not the holy grail? They turn out so beautiful.
Thank you.
Look at that.
Thank you.
Oh.
And I have to say the leather is so smooth.
Mhm.
It's just a pleasure to draw on it.
Wow.
And like in this one, I couldn't stop.
That is so gorgeous. So now with that one, clearly these are the bracelets with the snaps.
Yes.
But with that one, it doesn't have a snap on it. So what do you intend to do with that?
Actually, I'm not sure yet.
Oh,
I'm thinking it's either I put some snaps at the end,
sure.
or I can put on the cuff bracelets.
Sure,
and
you could
on
glue
them.
it down
Yes.
on a metal cuff, and then
Exactly.
you have your beautiful bracelet too.
Yeah.
So gorgeous. Oh my goodness. I
Thank
don't
you.
know. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm not really sure which one my favorite. Oh my gosh. And we have some really fun Zentangle books that we all gather information from and get inspired and swap out, and those are really fun. So we'll be having those on the website, so they're fun too.
Yes.
And then I made a few little pieces myself, again, like Cynthia. This leather is just a joy to work with. Mine looks like, holy, I used every color in of the
Yes.
rainbow. The Sharpies come in great colors, and so I used all of them on here. I think every single one we had. And then some. And again, you put your snaps on, or you can put magnetic clasps on there too. With rivets. Those are really fun. And then again, I used the black with the pink metallic Sharpie, and that really pops. On the black, it's really impressive, so that's kind of fun to do. And then one of the things I thought, probably my favorite thing about Zentangle is you can do it on anything that doesn't move, but cowboy boots, purses, like anything. But I think Zentangle in jewelry is really, really fun and really cool. So we focused a lot on how to make it into jewelry, and again did some resin pieces here, just doodled a few things. And one of the things that I like to show when I do these guys is if you're gonna make more than one, it's really, really, really time effective to make a template. So I just cut out a template out of old business cards, that's what I used here, and put a little piece of Scotch tape on the top, and it fits right in there, and then you can take it out and use it over and over again. Because as you see, this one's for this one, this one's for this one. Once you get it the perfect size and it fits in there, you can't get it out. So I put this little Scotch tape handle so you can use it. So we use templates for all of our jewelry pieces so that you wouldn't get stuck like that. It's pretty cool stuff.
That's such a great tip because you spend so much time to try to fit
each one.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you only fit it once and then you're good to go for the rest of the pieces that you make. So we did have a really good time here. So now Jessica, like what was your favorite? What would you pick as like your all-time favorite piece that you created?
My favorite is my J because I can use it all the time and put it wherever I want.
That's super. Also, that would be great to make one for all your girlfriends. Like
Yeah.
all your BFFs. Those are great Christmas presents.
Yeah.
Super cool. Yay. Well, you guys, thanks for the Zentangle party. We're going to Zentangle a night away and do a few more things, and we'll show you more about that later. Thanks, you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, Cynthia, it's time for our Q&A. Really excited about this one. Donna in Nebraska asks, what's the best way to string a lot of seed beads?
Yes. And they're so small, and sometimes you want to multi-strand with a lot of them.
Yeah, and you don't want to go blind.
Exactly.
So, you show us how.
Well, there is this great little tool called the Spin-n-Bead Junior.
The Spin-n-Bead Junior.
Yes.
It's so cute.
And for a very long time I didn't use it, and I finally did it. I was a little intimidated
Really?
of how to use it.
Yeah.
I tried it, and it goes so fast.
Really?
I made at least 5 pieces in 2 hours because I couldn't stop.
Really? Oh, this is exciting.
It is.
Show us, because I haven't played with it either, so I don't know. Do I need another addiction? I think this one's looking like it, right?
So first you need seed beads, of course, and you pour them in this little cup. I put about 3 bags of seed beads
Okay.
because you want a big amount enough for your needle to grab the beads.
Okay, and does it matter what size seed beads or any
Not
size
really.
seed?
Like you can see on those, I did a strand
Oh,
with
look at that.
a mixed.
Okay,
So it's a little
Wow.
slower,
Mhm.
but it's possible.
that's good to know. Okay, great.
And on this one, what I did is you do your seed beads first, and then you stop, and you just take your this is a Swarovski pearl, and you go directly on your needle and put it on the needle.
Oh, that's really, so you can combine things with your seed
Exactly.
bead mixes.
Yes.
Oh,
Exactly.
that's exciting.
So let me show you
Okay.
how to use
Yes,
that. So I
please do.
start one here, and I use the fire line. And of course, you always want to use a bead stopper.
Yes.
This is so great because you can put also multiple thread on one
Oh,
bead
so you
stopper.
could do multi-strands. I love
Yes.
this. This is really cool.
Yes. So you have the needle. The needle is pretty long, and there is an opening here. So you open.
Oh, so it's a split needle.
Exactly.
Oh, look at that.
and
Okay.
you put your thread through,
Very nice.
and you slide it down, and it closed, and it holds your thread.
Look
It's
at
really
that.
tight.
Mm.
So now there is a certain angle how to put your needle. So it could be frustrated at the beginning.
I've heard that's the tricky part about this.
Yes.
Yeah.
But after a while, it's just
you get the
it's
hang
just-
of it, I suppose, with practice.
Exactly.
And it's just the angle of the needle that affects this part, right?
Exactly.
Okay, great.
So the only way is you just spin, and the beads start to go
Huh,
on the needle.
look at that.
I'm sorry. Let me try again because I didn't get the right angle here.
And you can go as fast or slow because you're
Yes.
manually spinning it. So
Yes. I'm having some trouble here. Let's do it.
That's
There we
good.
go.
It's good to know because that's what everybody will be doing when they're at home
Yes.
with their little.
So then you
spinner.
take your
Oh,
seed bead
check
and you go like
that
that.
out.
The only
It's so
thing it's very quick. The only thing to be careful is when you bring the needle up, try to not hit the corner here, then all your beads fall.
Oh,
So,
got it. You
oh,
get to
like
do it
that.
again.
Yes. But this is how easy it is. Very
Look at
fast,
that.
very easy, and that's it. And like I say, I couldn't stop.
I see why.
making some.
Because look at this. It's so quick.
Yes.
Wow. And to do multi-strands, it takes.
Multi-strand
Minutes.
was really, really easy.
Wow. And so then once you string your beads, I noticed that you finished up really nicely here. So what did you
Yes.
do that?
So after I was done, I took all the thread together and I twist them. And I took the bead tip, I slide the bead tip on all of the thread, and I made a knot inside the bead tip. And I like to make 2 knots to make sure that it's very secure. Then I put a dab of glue and cut the thread and close the bead tip and hold it for a little while to make sure it's really secure, and then attach to my clasp.
Wow.
It's that easy.
And then you added a toggle and then you're out wearing it like that afternoon. I mean, like
Exactly.
an hour later.
Yes.
That is really, really cute. Oh my goodness. And with the bead mixes, what a great idea.
Yes. I was very
Gosh.
surprised. I tried with the bead mixes and it works pretty
Because
well.
that doesn't look like it would work to me, but
Yes.
oh my gosh, I like that. Oh, very cool. So this would be a great thing to do with your bead soup at home. You've got all your orphan
Exactly.
beads and you don't know what to do with them. And you
Yes.
throw them in a pot and you put it on and make a beautiful necklace.
Exactly.
Oh, great. Well, thanks to Donna for asking us that question because this is really cool, Cynthia. Very fun. Okay, and so thanks for joining us at Artbeads Cafe. If you have any questions, let us know at artbeads.com. And in the meantime, happy beading.